Hi, my name is Paweł Piskorz, and today's topic how Storware Backup and Recovery can protect physical machine with OS agent. Briefly, let's look on the total overview. So what Storware Backup and Recovery can do, and can do much. So we can protect virtualization platforms, we can protect storage providers, we can protect Microsoft 365 resources, application, and today's topic, endpoints, so physical and virtual server. Storware contains two major components. One of them is a hard, so the Storware Backup and Recovery server, where administrator is using web-wide to navigate, to monitor, and to configure all tasks. Tasks are done by a node, which basically speaking is a data mover. Their job is to connect to hypervisor of your choice, protect data, and store that data into backup destination of your choice. Let's look quickly on the architecture. Yeah, a lot is going on here on this slide. So on the left side, you can easily see supported platforms. So what we can protect? Let's quickly look here. So virtual machines, containers, cloud, storage providers, application, endpoints, and today's topic, OS agent, which we can protect Windows and Linux operating system. Where you can store your data? Let's look on the right side. So object storages, any file system in your networks, freshly added tape support, and also Storware can work as a proxy to enterprise backup providers such as IBM Spectrum Protect, Dell, Avamar, Micro Focus, Veritas, and Rubrik. The last slide of this presentation is a file system agent for Linux and Windows. We are supporting full and incremental backups. What you can protect according to Windows, Windows 10, Windows 11, 2012, R2, 2016, and 2022. In case of Linux, you can protect CentOS, Red Hat, SLES, and Oracle Linux. What you can do? You can backup, you can restore all files with their permissions, and this is a good option. You can even do a cross restoration between Linux and, for example, Windows. What are the requirements? Agent need to be installed on protected platforms, and for the installation you can download from our repository RPMs for the Linux system and MSI file for the Windows system. Now let's see how Storware Backup and Recovery OS agent works in practice. Let's log together into Storware Backup and Recovery. After logging, administrator will see the main dashboard. Right now it's empty. Before you start protecting a server, physical or virtual, you need to set a backup destination to store your data. So on the left, in backup destination view, file system, and let's quickly create file system synthetic. I will be using this one on this demonstration. We need a name, so maybe I will copy paste simple file system here. I'm going to use XFS. We need to attach a proper node configuration to this backup destination and provide a path where our data will be stored. Now we can save a configuration. Okay, our backup destination is set. Let's quickly run test connectivity to see it works properly. Yeah, finish with the success. We can move to the next step. On the left side, in agent tabs, now it's empty. We will be adding our test subjects such as Windows and Linux machine. But before we do that, let's create a backup SLA. So in backup SLA policy view, click create button. Now you need to name your policy properly. I'm going to use simple as that, Windows policy, or SLA. Type, right now we are going to protect Windows machine. I'm going to use auto assignment. So every agent which will be registered from the Windows machine directly land in this specific policy. Auto assign enable. Agent, right now this tab is empty. So let's go into rule. In the rule, you as administrator need to decide about several things. At the beginning, what is going to be protected? So here is a place for includes, so the paths on the Windows machine with the file pattern. You can add as many patterns in the single path, or even add as many different paths in the include tab. From the other hand, excludes. So also you can exclude a specific path from the backup on this specific machine. In my scenario, let's keep that simply. So maybe I will cancel this one, this one, this one, and from my test subject on virtual machine, let's use this folder as our test subject. And inside, let's create a TXT file with the proper name demo and put some information like my name and surname. Save. Okay. So for our demonstration, I'm going to use this path. Copy. Simple as that. Let's provide that path directly in the includes view. Let's finish with it with the backslash. And now we need to decide where our backup will be stored. So our file system is already here, and retention settings. Here you can decide the number of days or the number of version of each file which will be protected. Let's keep 30 as a default for the number of days, but maybe let's increase a bit number of version. Then you can decide if you want to add schedule or without schedule. In our scenario, let's put some schedule executed on time or schedule with everyday backup, and we need just a name every day, and we can easily save this schedule. Okay, double check is everything is all right, looks good. So now we can save a configuration. From the other hand, we also need a backup SLA for the Linux platform. So same scenario. Create button. Let's keep that simply. So Linux SLA. Now we need to change a type here because we are going to protect Linux platform. Same story, let's use auto assignment. Agent still empty because no agent is registered right now, but in the rule we also need to provide the exact path for the protection. So maybe just a root path. A small update. If you choose include subfolders, so everything which is in the right path, which you are going to protect, and subfolders inside are going to be protected as well. For my scenario, every pattern, every file in that path is going to be protected. In below, backup destination, so the same number of days, and also let's a bit increase value of the versions. We already have our schedule, so basically let's attach this one to this backup SLA. Save. Okay, so now we can install agents. Okay, next step. So we need to jump directly into our virtual Windows machine. I already downloaded from our repository MSI file, and basically let's execute this one. There is a simple few steps wizard which we need to complete. One of the questions is where our OS agents should be registered. Here you are providing IP with the correct port to the node, Storware Backup and Recovery node. And you need to provide who you are. So basically it's a login to the Storware Backup and Recovery. Register button, and agent is going to be installed. Perfect. So we can also do a double check if the service works properly. So in the Task Manager Services, let's quickly find SBR OS agent, and status is running. That's good. Okay, now let's quickly go into Instance View on the Agent tab, in the Agents tab. And as you can see, our newly installed agent is already here, and the backup SLA Windows SLA is attached by Automate to this specific instance of Windows. Next step, Linux machine. From this scenario, you also need a RPM from our repository. As you can see on the left screen, there is a repository already uploaded to this instance of Linux machine, to this Linux machine. So let's see what we have here, and we are going to install these packages. Okay, installation is finished. So now we need to register that agent to our instance of Storware Backup and Recovery. A command is OS AC, and there is a command syntax. So we need to provide -R, who we are, so admin, and where our node is located. So HTTPS IP to the node, and the proper port. Now let's execute that command, and last question, provide a password. Okay, next step, according to the Linux version, let's double check if the agent is running. So system CTL status SBR OS agent. As you can see, it's not. So let's start this service. Double check. Now service is fully operating, so we can easily jump directly to the Storware Backup and Recovery web UI. Okay, let's refresh a page, and as you can see, both instances, one for the Linux, second for the Windows, is already here. Both policies are attached, and now we can see the red dot here, so the backup is outdated. We can easily wait for the schedule to execute that backup for us, but for the demonstration reason, let's do a manual backup. One for the Windows machine and the second for the Linux. As you can see, both tasks has been submitted, and me as administrator and you as administrators can easily see a progress directly in the workflow console. Now we need to wait for the finish. Okay, both tasks are completed, so now let's collapse the workflow console and use refresh button over here to change the status. Yeah, backup up to date. Now let's see what we are currently protecting on each platform. Let's start from the Windows one. We can easily go inside, and at the beginning administrator can see a basic information about the desktop which is protected, which node it's protecting, which policy is attached to this specific device, and below some statistic like daily activities, backup statistic divided into sections like a backup size, backup types, and the usage of a network which is currently empty, and restore statistic which should be empty because we didn't perform any restores yet. Below are more and more information about protected virtual machine, and one of the most important part is here, protected data. If we go here, we can see on the left side whole tree on the protected virtual machine, and like in our scenario we choose to protect specific user, desktop, and one path, one folder there where should be our txt file. In the, let's say, regular circumstances, there will be a lot of different files, so to help you find the proper one you can easily use a search at the top, and also you can move to the see only items protected in specific time. As well, Storware Backup and Recovery in case of OS agent is using versioning. So if you want to restore the specific version, basically click on the version and choose from the list which version is going to be restored. From the other hand, Linux platform. So once again, instance view, Linux virtual machine, and as you can see, the same information. So let me quickly scroll below and protect data. Now you can see the root path, and inside which some files, some folders. If you want to do a restore directly from the instance view, let's for example choose our SBR local installer, so this one. Now you as administrator has two options. First of them, download this item, more than one, or the whole protected path directly to your personal computer. So if you want to do that, use download button, or you can easily restore this item too, and now you have option. The quick wizard is here. You can choose to stay on the same agent to restore directly to that agent, or like me in this scenario, do a cross restoration between the platforms. So let's choose the Windows machine, and we are going to use the restore to another path, and let me quickly choose a proper path. So maybe we will create here some restore folder. Let's go inside, copy this path, okay, and let's provide that path directly in our wizard. Okay, don't forget to choose a proper mode. Storware currently supports three options: override always, skip always, or override if the file in the provided path is different. In my scenario, override always. We are not restoring delete items, so this flag should be disabled. Next, Now quick look on the summary, and we can do a restore part. Same story like in the case of backup. Restore task has been submitted, and we can see the progress directly in the workflow console. This is a job. That job can be extended to see a single task running in that specific job. As you can see, our job is finished. So now let's see how it looks like from the user perspective. So once again, RDP to the Windows platform, and as you can see in this path, restore path, our script, our sh file is ready to be used. So this is how Storware Backup and Recovery works in case of protection virtual or physical servers. In case of file protection, we've used usage of OS agent. That's all. If you want more, follow us on the social media, and see you on the next one.